I'm now joined by Carrie Ritchie from Alcove Farms. You're the president of Alcove Farms, and we are talking all about the farm, your products, and something you have coming up in the future.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having us today.
No
we really appreciate
problem.
it. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our farm. We are
Okay.
a natural farm just north of town at 4th and Alcove, and we're really about restoring the soil. Our mission is to sow, grow, and restore. And so since we're talking about restoring the soil in this process, we want to do it naturally.
Okay.
And so we're going to invite God's little mowers, we call them cattle around here,
Lovely.
and God's little tillers, we call those chickens.
Okay.
And we're going to invite them to our farm, and they're going to do their work. They're going to mow the ground for us, and then the chickens are going to follow behind that cattle and till up the ground and move their, we'll say, benefit around so that it covers the ground nice and evenly, and that fertilizes for us. And
That's
so
spectacular.
in that process, we get to have some eggs.
Okay. And what's the goal overall of the farm as they do their work? Will you then start planting other things later on down the line?
Our main goal is really to restore the soil. So,
Okay.
So once we restore the soil, then we'll be able to grow anything, just about anything we want
Perfect.
to, without adding a lot of chemicals and substitutes to it.
And that's very important. And of course, you mentioned the eggs. You actually have them for sale.
We do. We have a dozen eggs. It sells for $5. They're all pasture raised.
Okay.
So what that means is simply they get new pasture every day. We have 160 acres,
That's
and
a
we
lot.
have about 400 hens on pasture. So they get a lot of roaming to do their little God-given talent, we'll say.
That's wonderful. So if you wanted to purchase the eggs, how do you go about doing that, and where do you do it?
You could purchase the eggs at our farm
Okay.
at 4th and Alcove. You could purchase them at the Wolford's Farmers Market on Saturdays or Tuesday evenings. They have a store inside, and our eggs are for sale there. And we also have a kiosk in our office building off of 82nd Street. So the Grove East has a little kiosk. You go there,
Oh,
swipe a credit card,
wonderful.
and pick up a dozen eggs.
That's spectacular. And of course, you're going to have poultry in the future. That's the goal, correct?
Yes, we're working on poultry. We actually have it on pasture right now.
Okay.
So soon to be finished packaged poultry, and we'll have those for you available.
Wonderful. And we got to give a real quick sneak peek. You have an event coming up October 14th. Tell us a quick tidbit
We
about
do.
it.
We're having an event. It's called Autumn at Alcove Farms. It's coming up October 14th from 3 to 7. And we'll have a lot more information coming out. So follow us on Facebook at alcovefarms.com. I'm in Alcove Farms on Facebook, and alcovefarms.com is our website.
Perfect. And they're actually going to be on the show to talk about the event more coming up a little bit later in the month. But until then, one more time, where are you located, and any phone numbers, contact information people might need?
Our location is 7919 4th Street, which is 4th and Alcove. If you know where Kegel Steak is, it's 1 mile east of there. A good phone number for me is 806-548-0386 if you have any questions about our eggs or products.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Excited to have some new products in the South Plains, which is
We're
always
excited
exciting.
to supply something for the South Plains. We love this place.
Wonderful. Thank you. And coming up next, how you can get fit this fall, all after the break.